What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, me and Lauren have popped across to Letchworth Motor Auctions for their latest classic car sale. You already know the score if you've watched these auction videos before. Let's take a little look around and see what's going under the hammer today. We start off in the interior of a classic Ford, but fear not, this won't be a video all about Fords. This is a XR3i Cabriolet. I say cabriolet, there's not much left of the roof. Being a XR3i, this has got the 1.6 CVH injection engine in it. As you can see, the engine bay probably does need a little bit of recommissioning. It is stated that there is various spots of rust all over the Escort in the description. The Escort was first registered in 1989, although it hasn't been used since 2016. The clocks are showing 77,000 miles, but this isn't warranted, so it could have been up to 100k and back on 70 now. There's the XR3i. It does need some slight recommissioning, but I think it'll make a good project for someone. The estimate is £1,000 to £2,000. Now, seeing as it's summer, we might as well continue with another convertible. This is a Mk1 Cortina 1600 Super Crayford convertible. I was just checking out the convertible contraption up there. There's just like numerous thin bits of metal that makes it up. Fairly basic. Now, it said that this Mk1 Cortina has been dry stored since 2001, so it has been kept out of the elements slightly. I've just lifted the bonnet to reveal the original 1600 Crossflow engine. As you take a peep around the engine bay, you can see it's had some work done on the strut towers before, a lot like many classic Fords, and this is also fitted with an automatic gearbox from factory. It's also said that the Cortina runs and drives, but it does need some recommissioning, a bit like the XR2. Also, the paintwork needs some further attention because it's all peeling off and that. A good restoration, and this will be a lovely classic car. Now, the estimate on this surprised me. I think it's a pretty rare beast because I've not personally seen a convertible before. The estimate is £14,000 to £18,000. Imagine that all done up and the roof down. I think that'll look wicked. Now, this is one of my favourite BMWs here today. This is a BMW E36. It's a 318i. Now, from the off, you might already be thinking, this looks immaculate, and that's because it's one owner from new. It's showing just 35,000 miles, and they are warranted. Things hardly been used. You can just tell straight away from the condition of the seats and just the overall condition of the interior that it hasn't hardly been used. It's worth noting that the BMW was off the road since 2006, but in 2021 someone recommissioned it and it flew through an MOT with no advisories. As I've just lifted the bonnet, underneath here is just as clean as all the other areas on the car. That's the 1.8 petrol engine in there. The boot is in great condition as well, and it's even got a full toolkit, which I'm pretty sure is quite rare when it comes to these older BMWs. I'm not quite sure if this is a special BMW. I don't think it is, but just the fact that it's in such great condition shows, and I think that's special in itself. Now, the car was MOT'd in 2021, but has since expired, but I've got no doubts that this would fly through another. And the estimate on the E36 BMW is £4,000 to £6,000. Moving on to a car that actually drew us back to this auction, it is a Citroen Saxo VTR. As we dive into the interior of the Saxo, it looks in great condition, to be honest. It's currently showing 65,000 miles, which is fully warranted, but the car has been unused since 2013. As we take a browse around the Saxo, we can start to see it's going in a couple of places, bit of rust coming on the boot there. a patch has already been crudely painted over there. I mean, that was me just being a bit picky with the bodywork. It's got age-related marks, but nothing that can't be polished up or repaired. Now into the engine bay, this is the 1.6 petrol engine that they come with. Engine bay looks great, to be fair, for rust wise and stuff like that. But I will admit, I had a quick look at the chassis rails earlier. They're really rusty, so I wouldn't like to go prodding a screwdriver down there. The little Saxo does run and drive, which is great news, but it does need some recommissioning, seeing as it's been off the road for 10 years now. As I say, we were tempted, but I think we'll have to give this one a miss at the moment. The estimate on it is £1,000 to £2,000. Moving on to another hatchback classic. This is a 205 XE Trio Plus, and it's actually on the road and got MOT. The 205 is showing 65,000 miles. I really like the sort of like 90s stripes, colourful stripes on the seats. Wouldn't see that in a car these days. Here is the Diddy 1 litre engine. It's in great condition, no signs of visible rust or anything. Trio Plus sticker on the back. But overall, the bodywork condition on this is really good. There's not much rust on the arches at all. There's a few age-related marks, but you're going to find that with a classic car. Now, the same as the Citroen Saxo that we just recorded, the estimate is just £1,000 to £2,000. Now here we have an absolute beauty. This is a Mk1 Transit camper van that's in exceptional condition. Look at the interior. That looks brilliant for, what, well over 50-year-old van. We've just come to the back of the Transit and I'm surprised at how big this boot is. This lets us into the back of the camper van. As you can see, proper 70s furnishing in the back. A really interesting fact about this Mk1 Transit camper van is it's just one of 4 left on the road in the UK. I didn't realise they were that rare. Honestly, it's quite hard to get the condition of some of the classics across sometimes in the videos, but this really is in great condition. As I've just opened the bonnet to reveal the 1.7 V4 Essex engine, same as the rest of the vehicle, in great condition. I just love the front end of these. The Transit camper van travels over 100 miles to get here, so fairly reliable old classic. And the estimate is £24,000 to £28,000. Now another showcase car here that's in absolutely immaculate condition is this Mark III Cortina 2000 GXL. As you can see from the off, it's got some pristine bodywork. This particular car was made in 1972 and the interior is in great condition. It's either been really well looked after or it's just come out of a fresh restoration. With just 63,000 miles on the clock and 2 previous owners, I'm starting to debate whether it's had a restoration or not. I think it could generally be this clean. Pinto powered with its 2 litre in the bay. Yeah, this is exceptionally clean. Look at that. Now this Cortina has stayed in the Hertfordshire area because it was originally bought from Hertford and the second owner purchased it from Hertford as well, which is just down the road. Even the original steel wheels look in great condition, finished off with the chrome ring around the outside. All of the chrome on the wheel arches looks nice and fresh as well. Yeah, I just can't believe how clean this Cortina actually is. Anyway, I could stare at the Cortina all day, but we've got to move on. The estimate for this is £12,000 to £16,000. Next up, we've got this 1996 518 Touring BMW. The interior looks in great condition, although it is slightly dark, so could be hiding a couple of bits. Covered 102,000 miles, but that isn't warranted. It has got MOT until August of this year, so it can be driven away. I've got to say, even though I am a Ford man at heart, I do like the classic BMW wheels. I know some of them are like BBSs. I'm not too sure on these ones. You guys can let me know in the comment section below, but I think they look really cool. The descriptions are very honest. It does say that this front wing needs spraying. I think it's been replaced and someone's just tried to colour match it roughly. But yeah, once that's sprayed, I think this will be really presentable. Big old engine bay for a 1.8 litre engine. I think this is probably a smaller sized BMW. I know you can get like, what, 2.8s, 3 litres and stuff like that. And once again, I'm surprised by the estimate at just 1,500 to 2,500. I think that's a great classic for that sort of money. How about this then? It seems like now the sun's out, all of the nice classic cars are coming out as well. This is a Mk1 Golf GTI convertible. Sort of an off-white top on it, but I think it works really well. A really nice interior in this one. The speedo is showing 87,000 miles, although that isn't warranted, but it has got MOT until November 2023. Now, being a GTI, that means it's got the 1.8 petrol engine in the bay, which looks in great condition. It says that it starts and runs. Obviously, it's got the MOT as well. No real signs of rust or any major structural issues. Now, being a convertible, it sort of means that they've had to chop the boot in half almost. Proper funky, tiny little boot door here. And yeah, that's in the boot there. The estimate on the Mk1 Golf GTI is £5,500 to £7,500. Next up, we've got this Subaru Impreza WRX Type RA Limited, featuring its gold wheels with the blue paintwork, which is iconic Subaru colours. This Subaru has been imported. Now, this actual model is limited to 1,000, and this is number 513. One thing I have just noticed on this Subaru is this weird hatch at the top. Who knows what that's for then? I'm sure loads of people do. Taking just one look at the wheels and the brakes, you can tell this Subaru has been looked after. Here is the engine bay featuring the 2-litre engine. I'm not too clued up on Subarus, if I'm completely honest. All I know is there's 2 pistons this side and then 2 this side, and they sort of move inwards instead of the conventional up and down motion. But yeah, it all looks to be there. And the Subaru has also got MOT until September of this year. The Subaru approximately has 95,000 miles, but that isn't warranted, and the estimate is £11,000 to £14,000. I've just made my way back from Letchworth Motor Auctions, and I've got to say I was really impressed with the selection of classic cars that were on show today. A lot of the classics were fetching good money, but the bargain of the auction for me was the BMW 518i. That went for just over £1,200, which I thought was an absolute steal. It's a shame about that Mk1 Transit camper van being just one of 4 in the UK. That's a rare old beast. I think today just wasn't its day. It's definitely worth a lot of money, but yeah, you just get that at auctions sometimes. And if you're wondering when Letchworth Motor Auctions' next classic car sale is, it's on the 30th of September 2023. I'll leave all the website links and that in the description box below. But overall, a great auction to attend and nice and local for me, so I'm going to try and attend there every classic car sale they have, but it's just hard, I'm so busy at the moment. And please do let me know what your pick of the auction was. Let me know in the comment section below. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a like, and if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel to see more. Thank you all for watching, and until the next one, I'll see you guys later.